Buenos dias, my friends. Are you ready to get unstuck? Over the last 2 sessions, we've discovered all the ways that we get ourselves unsuspectingly and maybe unknowingly stuck. Let's review to be sure that you're looking steadfastly in the mirror. 1, you surrender. You get beat up and then tap out. Essentially, just giving up on life itself, accepting the fate of your ordinary life. Number 2, you're dulled down by your routine, stuck on an endless treadmill, on a rat wheel, running fast, but getting nowhere. Number 3, you've retreated to your cocoon of comfort. You've decided the comfort of staying mediocre is better than taking the risk to go for greatness. Number 4, you take life and the opportunities dropped at your feet for granted. Thus, you lose them and stay stuck. Number 5, excuses. Oh, the freaking excuses. I don't know how. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to begin. I don't fill in the blank. Your excuses are the muck that keeps you stuck. Number 6, your needy and fragile ego. You've settled for trying to be liked at the sacrifice for going for your greatness. Number 7, you're stuck in the past, literally, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. And 8, your neglect and lack of self-care has resulted in you being burned out. Okay, pick the poison that you've swallowed, and now for the antidote. It's time to get you unstuck. And you can use this formula every time you feel the wall starting to move in. But first, it starts with making a decision. Drawing a line in the muck. No more, not a moment further. Next is then knowing that you have to push. You have to push yourself out of the rut. No one is going to come along and pull you out. This is on you and you alone. And finally, you got to believe that you can. We often stay stuck in our situation because we are not mentally ready or even prepared to reach the next level of success. Hear me now. You will never feel mentally ready or prepared. That's why you are stuck. Stop waiting. The perfect moment to start does not exist. Besides, right freaking now, you have to create that force, that movement forward. You just gotta act. You gotta take a step. You gotta walk into the unknown. I promise, it isn't as scary, it isn't as complicated, or isn't as life-threatening as your mind has invented in your head. So now, I know that you want something better for your life, or you wouldn't be here with us. And maybe you just don't know where to begin. Or for others, maybe they've done amazing things in the past, but they are flat and struggling now, and they want to be awesome again. No problem, we got this. The good news is, it's just a feeling. It's a mental block, one the mind has erected, but it's not real. And once you start to reorganize your mind and make a positive movement forward, the feeling will change and the imaginary block will disappear, I promise. Here's the 3-step process to get your feet and mind out of the muck so you can start to climb out of your rut. 1, what do you want? Most people stay stuck because they don't even know what the sky looks like. They can't see their better future. And as a result, they don't even know the way. What do you want? Identify it, define it, call it out, write it out. What area of your life do you feel stuck? Is it your career? Is it as a leader? Is it in your sales? Is it in your health? Is it in your marriage? Is it in your relationship with your kids? Your relationship with your friends or colleagues? Is it in your spirituality? Is it in your body, health, or fitness? Is it in your mental or emotional health? Where? Identify the area that you are stuck in and write out what you want in that area. Define what better looks like. If you don't know where you are headed, you'll never begin the journey forward. Number 2, identify what is it that's stopping you? What has stopped you from getting what you want in the area that you identified? Is it a belief? Is it a mindset? Is it an excuse? Is it a fear? Fear of what? Is that fear real or is it imagined? Is that fear mortally threatening or just ego fragility? You cannot defeat the enemy within until you point it out. And often, just identifying it destroys it. These enemies within, they operate covertly. And once you ruin their cover, they go poof, gone. And number 3, what do you need to do? What actions do you need to take? Identify the steps. And I'm going to recommend that you start small. You're dealing with a newborn piece of courage here. Just like you give a child something small to try and then succeed at, so it starts to gain confidence in its ability, in its desire to try again, then progressively tougher and tougher challenges, that's what you want to do here as well. Start small, but start. What small steps can you make towards the thing you wrote down in number 1. Write down the first 3 steps, then take them one at a time. You will start to feel the mental blocks that you have set up in your brain dissipate, and soon the wind will shift from being in your face to being at your back. One last thing that I recommend here. Talk to a friend, a really good one that has the security and trust to talk straight with you. Not one who will allow you to wallow in your self-pity because they don't want to ruffle any feathers, and maybe they kind of enjoy the fact that it's happening to you and not them. I'm talking about the one who will say, "You're kidding, right?" and smack you upside the head. But often just having to verbalize why you feel stuck will even allow yourself to hear yourself outside of your head, and you'll realize for yourself how lame of a delusion and excuse you've been cycling inside your noggin. And that is the last thing that I want to leave with you here, to remind you that the prison that you feel you are incarcerated in is a construct of your mind. I know that it looks real and it feels real inside your head, but it's not. And the door is unlocked. You just have to walk through it. So who's ready? If you are, I want you to write in the comments below, #freedom, and any other comments that you have to inspire the rest of our Darren Daily community. A woman was 3 months pregnant when she fell into a coma for 6 months. The woman asked her doctor about her baby. "You had twins, a girl and a boy. They're both fine, and your brother named them for you," said the doctor. The woman gasped, "My brother? No, not my brother. He's an idiot." "What did he name the girl?" "Denise," said the doctor. "Oh, wow, that's a pretty name. What about the boy?" The doctor, with a deep sigh, replies, "D-nephew." The first time our niece Madeline came over to see our new house, I was showing her around when she excitedly said, "What's upstairs?" I chuckled and I replied, "Aw, sweetie, stairs don't talk." What's upstairs? And finally, on a tour of the facilities, the CEO, Kevin, notices a guy leaning on a wall. He can't believe this guy would just stand around on the job. The new CEO, Kevin, walks up to the guy leaning against the wall and asks, "What are you doing here?" "I'm just waiting to get paid," responds the man. Furious, the CEO, Kevin, asks, "How much money do you make in a week?" A little surprised, the young fellow replies, "I make about $300 a week. Why?" Kevin quickly gets out his checkbook and hands the guy a check made out to cash for $1,200 and says, "Here's 4 weeks' pay. Now get out and don't come back." The man puts the check in his pocket and walks promptly out. Feeling pretty good about himself, Kevin looks around at the room and asks, "Does anyone else want to tell me what happened here?" From across the room comes a voice, "Yeah, you just tipped the pizza delivery guy $1,200. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. See you on that flip side.